What's going on, everybody? I'm Wolf Bannon. You're tuning in to All Facts Podcast. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. We got a good episode in store for you guys today. Hope you guys have had a good week. We took a week off. You know, we had to get some stuff together. But we're back at it, hot and live, ready to give y'all these facts. I got all my guys with me today except for Big C, man. Big C out doing his thing. Shout out to Big C, man.
Shout out to Big C.
Shout out to Big C, man.
Shout out to Big C.
Before we get all the way into today's episode, give it to me live, give it to me strong, man. Give it to me strong. How y'all doing, man?
I mean, I'm doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good. As always, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen y'all niggas.
Boy, your hair fresh.
I try to stay.
Orange Jersey fresh in the mud, man.
I try to stay on point, man. You know, been off my game for a minute, but we back. We back.
Yeah, it's still the old wise man say, stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that was wise.
Yeah.
That was wise, man,
Yeah.
right there, my
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
How you been, man? How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm
Good.
good, man. I can't complain, man. We out here.
Look like you been
Out here.
hitting the weight room a little bit now.
You know.
Look like you.
I took a trip out of town. Man, and I seen some old family friends.
You was like that slime.
And you know, old folks got a real peculiar way of telling you that you didn't gain weight. They ask you what you been eating.
They do.
They ask like what you been eating.
eating.
Yeah, they make babies. Yeah.
They take steps.
Yeah, you know what they really saying.
Oh, everything, every time.
Yeah, because old folks just like children, you know, they gonna tell you the whole harsh truth.
Yeah.
Old folks kind of the same way, they just sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
But they intent the same thing. Old folks kids same thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
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 They do. They
Find the lie.
They hit you with the child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. What about you, Fred? How you been, man?
I've been chilling, bro. Like,
You done moving now, right? You done with all the moving. You got everything, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been trying to fix the old house up so I can like more or less keep my deposit type shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that deposit is very important.
Yeah, bro. But I just got me a nice little couch. I just got me a nice little dining room table.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, that shit came in today, and put that shit together myself just to save some money on the delivery fees. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
To all my niggas, if y'all trying to get new furniture and shit, don't let them hit you with that delivery fee. The shit come with instructions. You can do it yourself. Feel what I'm saying?
Man, come on.
Philosopher
Come on
Fred
with
hit him
come
again.
on
Come
with
on,
you
man.
feel me? Come on with
Philosopher Fred always doing
the
shit,
advocation
man.
for masculinity, for the manly things in life.
Look, and
Yeah.
get you a drill, right? Because
Yeah.
them Allen wrenches don't be hitting on nothing.
Yeah.
Drill.
Yeah.
Ain't what I want to say, but they don't be hitting on nothing. Get you a drill and get you the hex bits so you can just zip, zip, zip. I put that joint together in like 5 minutes. Not really, but it was like 30.
It takes some time.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. My wife put stuff together better than I do.
For real.
Yeah, it's only
one don't like looking at directions.
I don't like looking at that.
That makes sense.
He gonna say,
That makes sense.
Look at this. Look at the work. And figure this shit out himself.
Yeah, man. I mean, look at the picture. Like the picture look like this. I put it together. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a bad experience one time with that.
One don't be having no bad experiences. That's why he always be doing the shit. Fucking Virgos. Let's start the show, man.
Yeah, I can do it. I just she followed them instructions though.
Yeah.
That's why I married her, because she followed instructions.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
Boy, you wild, bro.
Gang.
Sliding glass.
What?
He thought she said that quiet.
Nah, I said it.
You know she gonna hear it.
Yeah, you do follow instructions real good, baby. All right, man. We're gonna get into it, man. Let's lock in, man. We had some misfortunes, some series of misfortunate events happened this past week, man. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to make of the mess. All I know is I'm tired of talking about it. I'm ready to get past it. So we're gonna cover it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna give our little opinions on it. And we're gonna move on. If you anywhere on the East Coast, you done heard about it. We're gonna talk about what's the name? Carlee Smollett.
Hey man, y'all gotta chill out, man.
Hey,
I thought that supposed to be a serious matter.
Man.
But no. In all seriousness,
back up.
in all seriousness, if there's anything that we've learned from this situation, now I'm going to explain it. I'll explain it first. Apparently, a young woman, young 25-year-old woman, Carlee Russell, was reported missing after traveling. I think she was headed towards Atlanta.
She was headed somewhere, bro.
She said in the she called the police, and in the phone call that I heard, it said that she was headed like going towards
So it's Tuscaloosa. Right?
okay,
Yeah,
towards
something with a T.
She's going to a T-Town?
Probably
I don't
probably
know,
so.
man.
Probably so. The report said that she thought that she saw a child on the side of the road. She stopped, and apparently there were something happened between the interaction with the police when she was on the phone. After that, a family member reported her missing, and the rest, I mean, it's real simple. You can look it up and you can find out what's been going on. It's been taking the whole East Coast by storm. Now, new evidence has come out.
New evidence. That's what I like to hear. Tell me the evidence.
New evidence has come out. And the evidence kind of leans towards the idea that it may have all been staged.
For what though? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, new evidence is coming out that it may have just been staged. Now, we don't know that for certain. This is a show about facts. We only gonna give you all the facts. All we know is what we know. We're not here to say that for sure it was or for sure it wasn't. But apparently the young woman, the day before, a couple of days before, stole some money from a job. She Googled the search history, how to take money from the cash register without being caught. She also Googled the movie Taken. Liam Neeson, shout out. She also Googled Shorty asked, how do you gotta pay for an Amber Alert? How old do you gotta be for an Amber Alert? Like stuff like that. This was all found in her search history after the Hoover PD, isn't that who it was? Did their internal investigation into the matter. Okay. Apparently also she was seen on camera buying not Cheetos, but Cheez-Its and granola bars from Target. Wasn't that what it was? Target? Like
when they seen that shit?
All right. Just think the day before, something in proximity.
Discovery.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. In proximity to the whole shebang. All right, cool. If there's anything that we can learn from this situation,
what can we learn, one?
Cheez-Its and granola bars are the snack of choice if you may want to potentially fake your own abduction. That's all. I mean,
Cheez-Its and GB.
Cheez-Its and granola bars, man. It's just
man.
But yeah, man. I mean, this is before I get into my take on it, because once again, for those listening, you probably already know about the situation anyway. Feel free to look into the matter. Her name is Carlee Russell. Thoughts and prayers still for her, though. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the reason is that she did what she did, she still, there's still a reason for everything. We just hope that we get that reason. Whether it's a good reason or a bad reason, let's just, let things play out. But before I get into my take on it, though, how do y'all feel about it? What are y'all's thoughts about it? Walk me through what y'all's emotional journey as this whole thing has been taking place. God.
Go ahead, Fred.
Look, don't nobody want to speak. Nah, I'm finna get you. I want y'all in trouble.
I would say delete your search history if you gonna do some dumb stuff. Yeah. But to be serious about it, my wife made a good point, and I agree with her that there are a lot of Black women currently missing, and not too much is being done about it. So to whatever you're going through, to take it to that level is it's like slightly disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause,
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of just
Man, that deep.
that's a lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
a realm that you shouldn't play with.
You know what I mean? Like we get Amber Alerts all the time for like, you know, missing children and missing, and like these people never turn back up. And you know, we was also talking about how the effort level of the law enforcement agency can sometimes be a little bit different when it comes to searching for missing black women versus missing, you know, other women. So, and that's not to say that this will discredit any other black women that go missing, because even the police chief said that you know, his exact quote was, well, not his exact quote, but he said that we'll investigate any crime just like we did this one to the best of our abilities.
Yeah.
And I, you know, I've lived in Alabama my whole life, so I kind of believe him.
He said kind of.
You know, like, okay,
Yeah.
I can't call him a liar. You know what I mean? I don't know, but
Yeah.
you know, it's just there's a lot to be said. Hey, you know, you too old for that.
Yeah.
To be real,
I don't know, man.
like 25 is too old to be doing stuff like this.
Okay.
In all actuality.
Okay, I don't necessarily disagree. What about you, Drizzy? What you got for me?
I just got a series of questions, and then I can give you something.
Okay.
If this girl from like, was she like a nurse or something? UAB.
She's in nursing school.
Check one. So the story is that she called the police,
Right.
because she said that she seen a baby on the side of the
on the side of the interstate.
Side of the interstate. Chick too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then something happened with the phone or something. Then she goes missing also.
No, she actually completes the whole entire phone call with the police
And
before
then-
hanging up with the police.
And then after that, then what? She just go missing.
Right. A family member reported that
She was missing also.
a family member reported that they were on the phone with her. They heard a scream, and then the phone went silent.
How the hell do they tie that shit to the same person or just like that? How the hell they tie it to like
The Carlee told the police her name,
Carlee,
and so the
time when that happened, they just got on there. Okay, so check 3.
I feel like they was probably already en route to the spot.
Yeah.
And then so right up after that. So okay, okay. So after that, we find out that she was at the store buying Cheez-Its.
This was before. No, this was before. I think
It was
preparation.
Yeah.
Preparation.
Yeah.
But okay, so she just came up.
Supposedly, allegedly.
So she just came up like. So did they find her that she just came up like up here?
Oh,
She
apparently.
popped back up
Yeah,
at
she
home.
popped back up at her house. Yeah. Apparently, she had some kind of stay at Red Roof Inn.
So she was at Red Roof Inn with a. Okay, cool.
We don't
I ain't
know.
gonna lie, when they said she bought, before I seen the time that she came back, I had to go look it back up. When they said she bought a one-way ticket to Nashville, I thought she was going to the Beyonce concert.
Huh?
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe she just couldn't get out of work.
Yeah, they did something else. She also researched or looked up one-way ticket bus tickets to Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of searching going on. It's a lot of searching. She did more searching than
And then, like,
than the
so,
police
like-
did for her.
Did more searching than Roy Ayers.
So
Yeah.
so right before she did this shit, she got fired from her job for stealing at the cash register.
I don't think she got fired. No, this was all happening.
Happening.
Yeah.
She probably
She took the money.
She probably been stealing from her. So they did an investigation at her job and found out that she been taking money.
I don't know. But that's something totally different.
I'm just asking my series of
something-
questions. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
give an
No,
answer.
these are very good philosophical questions that you're asking. Existential to the nature of the thing going on.
Yeah, very surgical with it. If I'm gonna give you an answer on it, so she pops up, and
Right.
now they had the conference, and then that's when we found out about all her search history.
Right. Yeah.
I think the press conference just aired like yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
said something. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
So all of this happened, and my thoughts on it is, to be honest, y'all, this one stupid ass bitch.
I'm glad I ain't that. I'm glad I ain't that. God dang, remind me never to fake my own abduction.
Yeah.
Allegedly fake my own abduction, because let me tell you, if I'm gonna be that. But I mean, it ain't looking too good. I mean, even if whatever, like what you like, clear your search, and even if she would have cleared her search history, they probably still would have been able to come up with those records.
Yeah, they gonna be able to come up with
Yeah,
it. It's
they-
in the
yeah.
phone. Once you do it,
They probably
Clear
still
your
could've-
search history only works for civilians. It ain't gonna work for the government agencies.
Yeah.
It's just some stupid ass shit. I'm sorry to be so frank, but
No. I understand. Yeah. If under the light of
and I'm sorry if you feel some type of way about my response. Also, it's not towards anything or anybody or how you portray yourself, but I call it how it is.
Except Carlee.
Every time, it's no way that you'll do some stupid stuff like this.
yeah, under the light of under the light of
There's
it
no
being
way.
true. If that's the case, everything that you're saying is 100% right. Ain't no way. I mean, ain't no twists or turns or sugarcoating it,
Ain't
because
no
I mean,
way.
you don't like.
Ain't no way
That's the sloppiest plan.
Ain't no way you a student. No,
It's
ain't
the
no.
sloppiest plan, and then they got camera footage of her on the interstate, and apparently from when they tracked her, because they used the phone records and stuff that was pinging off towers and stuff like that. From what I understand, I could be wrong. Double check me, fact check me. But apparently she traveled the distance of 6 football fields. You should have seen Buddy when he was explaining it. He was just like, "It's 6 football
Hey,
fields."
listen, bro. Because you was just talking about
Where
how
she
old
playing?
folks don't be, they be saying stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he did a really good job of
Am
being
I-
respectful. Because
Yeah.
I would have been like, this nigga right here, like,
Yeah.
she gonna tell, nah,
Yeah.
he did a good job of keeping a straight face. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Because I thought he was gonna clown her, for
Yeah.
real.
And my partner said.
Because I mean,
there's
throughout
no way.
throughout the duration of the phone call,
Yeah.
that means that she traveled. That child, the baby, this young person ran 6 football fields. That joker. We need to find. Fuck all of this other stuff. We need to find them or
Facts.
they, because that's where the money at. Where
All
the
this
money
shit
resides. Where the money resides.
You're right.
Straight up.
All that shit stupid. She seen an alien going fast as fuck. ain't no fucking way. My
This-
cousin, hey, look, my cousin made a point though. He was like, cause you seen the video with her in the car when it was like, he said right there, it's like all them woods and XYZ. You think a motherfucker about to navigate themselves through the darkness through these woods and get? I said nope. I know
It was
you're not.
actually a community on the other
Hey,
side.
it was
of
a
the room.
community, but she ain't about to navigate through no darkness like that. And I know that for a fact she's not. Not through that darkness. Not from down that ditch and going into them trees. It's not no light up
She
in there.
said that she was in the back. She said that it was a white dude with orange hair, the bald spot in the back of his head, and apparently allegedly they had her in the back of an 18-wheeler.
So she said she got abducted and they just let her go.
And then and she said that the lady was feeding her
I ain't gonna say I don't
snacks.
believe it. It's all good. We got
Snacks.
Granola.
they would've-
Jesus.
they would've
And when
gave
she was
her up.
found, and this is the amazing thing to me. Even if I were to have gotten abducted, I wouldn't if I were say I get abducted, say somebody abduct my big ass.
You can't.
I'm
use
not
us-
coming back with no money on me. That just looked too suspicious. That looked too suspicious.
She had money on.
She came back with like $107 in a sock or something like
This
that.
the thing though. Why you ain't? If you got abducted, why you ain't calling the police or going to the next
Her
house
phone-
you
her
see
phone- her
or going?
phone.
But everybody know who you is at this point. You missing. Anybody.
No,
No.
she was taken, bro. She was riding it out. She was taken.
You
How did she
abducted,
get
The
you
would've
movie,
been
bro. She
abducted.
looked
So
up.
you
She
mean-
looked up exactly
Hey,
what was
bruh,
going on
so
with
you
her.
mean to
She
tell-
was taken.
Her
Bro.
abductors dropped her off at the crib, or did she walk?
Her abductors
Dropped her off at the crib, or did she
taken.
walk?
They took her, bro.
But who came and got her? I seen the taking move.
No, she.
Liam Neeson.
Hold on, man. But look, let me tell you something. This is the only thing that I got to say, and I think that this is kind of important, semi important.
Yeah.
Very, very. Yeah. So for the cultural religious folk. By that I mean the people who are only a part of a religion by culture. You don't attend church all that often. You don't know necessarily what you believe. You chilling, you know what I'm saying? Even if you spiritual, I'll include all of y'all on in. It's just perfectly fine.
Even if you jabbing.
I ain't got nothing to say to y'all. The problem that I have is the way that I've seen people renege on their prayers.
Mm-hmm.
That's really been getting under my skin. It's just like, it's almost like you could write a whole Bible story based off of this whole story. That's what I was really sitting up in the room tweaking about when I was listening, when I was doing my little research about the thing. I mean, think about it. You can see it in the Bible. Oh, a lady goes missing. Everybody prays that what's going on ain't real. The prayers were answered. It wasn't real. And they were still ungrateful. All y'all wanted for was that to not be real. What that looked like, now y'all got a problem with it. And then on top of that, ye same folk gonna judge and ostracize the woman that obviously got something wrong with her. Now don't get me wrong. I think that it's highly disrespectful for you to be wasting people. And granted, to be fair, she probably didn't think it was gonna get this big. Because I mean, now it's just like you the laughing stock. You done got donkey of the day. Like you done made it. You know what I'm saying? Like if there was a making it, baby, you done made it. You feel what I'm saying? But like, it just blows my mind how the people that say that they are about one thing, but then act in another fashion. To me, y'all just as weird as her. To me, just because it's like, there's room for like criticism, but this is flat out judgment. You feel what I'm saying? It's just like, I've seen people flat out like just like quote unquote prayer warriors, quote unquote the people that when you go to church, those are the people that like you don't even really like seeing because you know that they just so holier than thou. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I see them on Facebook criticizing this girl. It's just like, to me, that's why Christians, especially black Christians, but Christians in general, get picked at so much. Because it's just like the thing that you can say about jihad is Muslim, and I'm not saying that none of that stuff is right, but the thing that you can say about all of them jokers is they bought everything that they talk about. Even if it's some terrible stuff, they bought it.
Yeah.
To strap a bomb to yourself and go die for what you believe, man, you bought it. To hijack a plane and fly it into somebody else's buildings, man, you bought it.
Hey.
That's extreme. This ain't even extreme, player.
Hey, man.
This is simple stuff. Like this on
this scale.
On the scale of stuff. This is simple stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And y'all ain't even about what y'all believing in.
Okay. Look, why you?
That was just my observation.
This is the only thing I disagree with about that. Is because I feel like the people that you're referring to are people who are Christian for likes. I know some prayer warriors. You know what I'm saying?
To be fair, I have seen people who are talking about what I'm talking about.
What you saying? Like
in a way, I'm agreeing with you because I have seen people that I would say are true Christians.
But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's on some stuff like I've seen posts like she still needs prayer.
Yeah, like at least she is home safe. Like that's what and I agree with that. Like that's what y'all asked for. She was home safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the people that get up there and say praying for Carlee, praying for prayers for them, them the type of people that get on and say R.I.P. to somebody who they never knew. Just so you know what I'm saying, like this one hurts. Talking about Bernie Mac, like Bernie Mac, bro. Like, what you mean? Like they just they saying that for likes and shares and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of attention on my post for this, or a whole bunch of people saying what happened. There's engagement. That's what they want. Just for them to go back and then turn around and be like, I want my prayers back. People doing that for comedy. Like, when it's sad because it's, whatever she did is as outlandish as it may be. Like you said, she need help. You know what I'm saying? She still needs prayer.
Yeah.
And if you are about that, then you send up extra prayers for her because whatever she about to go through is way worse than what she was already going through.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. And I think that we actually agree because which I just don't. So I think the only place that we might disagree is I think that those people are doing it because I think that they genuinely think they don't see nothing wrong with what they got going on. Like I feel like it's a difference when you just actually doing something to be comical and when you actually like you don't see a flaw in your character. You feel what I'm saying? Like you really just a messy, judgy person, and you really ain't nothing but a bad person on a leash, and the leash is tied to your religion. That's the way that I feel. That's the way that I feel.
It's a mix of both with what y'all both talking about.
Yeah,
I
agree
it's
with
a combination of both what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
they're doing
agree.
it for the likes and they doing it because they're malicious though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, and that's my only real thing about it. It's just like the reason why it's a big deal for me is because of the way that we judge people has to be better. You know what I'm saying? Because like, don't get me wrong. Like once again, the jokes are gonna come, the criticism is gonna come, but when you are so much of that you can't be serious for a second, like I feel like you can make a joke if you can be serious too. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's probably the nature of this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make a joke long as you can also be serious. But if all you doing is joking, or if all you doing is 1 minute saying you this, but then turning around and acting completely different, to me, you just as weird. And y'all, it's just weird people talking about weird people.
Yeah, that's just fake news.
I think our culture doesn't really. I feel like you said it before, maybe like in a different way, but we don't really know when to stop joking. Yeah, like it's hard. It's just whatever you see is like instant. Oh, this is material.
Boy, what?
You know what I'm saying?
And
it's
people
like,
dying and ready to make jokes
instantly. Like,
and
do it.
I ain't, and it's a part of it. So I ain't really got a lot to say about that part of it. The part, once again, that I have the bigger issue with is not the jokes, because the jokes gonna come. And as a matter of fact, I think that it's a place for it. Like, don't do nothing stupid if you don't want to get cracked on. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, can we be serious? Yeah. Can we talk about it? Can we address mental illness? Can we address, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's stress. Can we address whatever it might be? Oh, my wife made a good point. She said that she believes that, and this is all just kind of hyperbolic because we don't know this for certain, but like that she potentially did that to like teach her family a lesson. Maybe her family was strict. Probably. Maybe it was on something like that, and it was just like, let me scare these folks.
I'm gonna tell you this though, and I ain't gonna lie, cause I don't be lying to myself, bro. If I say it, I just say it low key. But I do be like, it's my fault, you know what I mean? But and I be sending my regards. But if it was for all playing games though, that shit is fully stupid. I'm not gonna lie. It's the most stupidest shit. Yeah, it probably happened this damn year.
No.
Oh yeah,
getting on a submarine, a submersible, with Logitech controllers and nipples.
Hey, bro, look, the last meme I just seen about it was this fucking week, right? Bruh, you know when you playing the Xbox and your controller go like done for reconnecting, you seen that? It said, hate to hear this going down here.
Yeah,
bro, I swear I said ain't no way.
Yeah, bro,
that's just a little wild, but yeah, but yeah, it's still for one person to do that though. It's just wild. But I don't see no sense in it though. But I think we need to move on from there.
Yeah, for sure. We're gonna get past that. To not be hypocrites ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to be 100, buck, gun barrel straight. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of what you believe, we still want to send thoughts and prayers up for the young woman. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she's going through, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? We want healing. You know what I mean? We don't wish no ill will. You know, there are people that definitely deserve apologies. So hopefully she's, you know what I'm saying, person enough to do that, you know. And there were people, you know what I'm saying? I get the anger because some people sent money. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you know what I'm saying, were genuinely worried. Some people were affected by it because it hit close to home. Like, it was a lot. And so I get it, you know. And to those people, and in those situations, I get the anger and the frustration, and I ain't got nothing to say about it because you can't tell somebody how to grieve.
Nope.
I get it from that perspective for sure. But everybody else is just like, come on, man. Hey, let's get it together. Because at some point, somebody got to make the decision to, you know what I'm saying? Hey, say I love you. You know what I'm saying? That we gotta love each other. But yeah, man. I want to tell you about some crazy shit that's not on the itinerary. I want to take a quick.
We taking detours?
I found out something that disturbed me, and
we taking detours, y'all.
I want to disturb y'all, bro.
All right, cool. I guess it's cool.
I found out about this thing called Delta PD. Y'all know what that is?
Delta PD?
Delta P.
Delta P.
Yeah.
I think I seen that. I be out here in these. I've been out here since the beginning.
Hey.
I think I seen this shit.
Hey.
I seen it on my phone,
Einstein could come up to Drizzy and be like,
he damn right.
Hey, Einstein could come up to Drizzy and be like,
hey,
can you explain to me equals MC squared? Drizzy be like, I was out here in these streets and I think I seen the E's and the M's.
You know what I'm talking about? And then I saw because, you know what I mean? I talk to him just like that too.
Hey, yo, bro, I fuck with that so heavy, bro. You don't understand.
Come on, Einstein.
You don't understand how heavy I fuck with that.
But yeah, I have. But yeah, go ahead. But what about him though?
So Delta P, Delta
what they doing?
Stands for D. Is just difference in pressure. Difference in pressure, and it's some amazing shit. Apparently, Delta P, it's an easy problem to fix for people that actually have to deal with it. But if they don't fix it, it's a crazy thing to have to deal with. So apparently there was this story. What happened with divers, what divers sometimes do when they working on these underwater pipes that have that are for like oil and gas and natural gas and stuff that go along the sea floor. Yeah. When they go down and work on those things, what happens is there's a part that extends straight up. It's like it goes along the sea floor, and it's a part that extends straight up. And so the way that they work on those pipes is they have this thing, you can think of it like a box, and they turn the box upside down so that the opening of the box is facing the water, right? And it's a huge box. And they drop it down into the water. And when they do, the air pocket in the box stays, right? And they fish a line down into the box so the air can be constantly pushed into it. And these things are called habitats. And so what divers do is when they go down for long periods of time, they can come up inside the habitat and actually work on dry land. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're not down there underwater having to work in water with low visibility and all of that. They just drop down the habitat over whatever they're trying to work on, and they just up under there. You feel what I'm saying? Doing
That's
their
what
thug.
They be doing.
They just be up under there doing their thug. All right, so cool. There was this story, bro, about a diver.
This can't go good.
A diver, bro. A diver. They were down there working and they were trying to open up a valve and it wouldn't open. So he swam out of the habitat, went up to the ship that was above them and got a wrench, swam back down, and he handed the wrench to some other guys. It was 4 of them in all. And he was the furthest away from this valve that they were trying to get open. And so what the difference in pressure is talking about is if you have, say, a lot of pressure, i.e. the ocean, and not a lot of pressure, i.e. like the submersible on the inside where they were at. You know what I'm saying? If you open up a small crack, what happens is the pressure differential wants to balance out. High pressure wants to go to low pressure. Wants to balance out. You can think about if you pour water into a pot or anything like that, the way it gets even, it's the same concept. High pressure, the water wants to go to where the low pressure is, the air, and that's where everything levels out. That's what it wants to do. In its advent in doing that, it will destroy anything in its way. And so what happened was when they opened up the valve, and you could see it on the camera, and I think y'all could probably, it might, I don't know what you necessarily have to type in to find the actual video. But soon as they cracked that motherfucker open, everything went black on the camera. That's how fast all of them got sucked up in that thing. Mm-hmm. Now the dude that with the wrench that came, the dude that we're talking about, he ended up surviving. But all the other ones, they were trapped up under there for like 3 days. They heard them banging and stuff like that. They eventually died and stuff. But like they got sucked hundreds of feet down the pipe in like less than like 15, 20 seconds. Like moving. And it was like they weren't that close to it. You know what I'm saying? Well, the dude that was doing his thing, he was obviously close to it. But it's like everything in that habitat got. Long story short, that's what happened to them motherfuckers in that dang submersible. They got turned into toothpaste.
Bro, look, bro.
I mean, not to be insensitive, you know what I'm saying? But like,
so how did he hand the wrench to him?
What you mean? He just went up. He just swam. He just handed him the wrench.
Wrench, and he swam out of it.
No, he was still there. Like he went up to go. He went up to get the wrench. Came back down. Yeah.
But so up under there, that's what the valve and stuff was. So when they did that, open it up, it
sucked right. Yeah.
Woo! Shit.
Yeah. Imagine. You can actually. It's like how like when you vacuuming with the hose, and you know how it get real strong when you get right there up on it. Same concept. Except I think thousands and thousands and thousands of times more deadly.
So basically, they couldn't even go get them or nothing either.
There was nothing they could do about that. It probably was something they could have done, but I feel like they just didn't know what to do. It's just like, how do you get people out of a pipe? It's just like if we open it up, it's gonna kill them.
So they got sucked inside the pipe.
Yeah, they was in the pipe. They eventually retrieved the bodies, I believe.
So it was bodies in the pipe.
Bodies in the pipe. Bodies in the pipe.
And they sucked them down.
Bodies in the pipe. That's what I'm gonna start talking to saying
Bruh,
about my wife. She got that Delta P. She got that Delta P. That difference in pressure crazy.
Hey man, can we get to the itinerary, man? I don't even want to talk about this no more.
Yeah.
This man,
Oh man.
Wild, man.
All right, man.
He's so funny. Talk about shit.
But yeah, no, that's what
niggas
happened
out here
to them
dying from the DPs and you talking about it. Go ahead, bro.
They out here dying from what, bro?
The damn DPs, man. You know what I'm about.
He was out here dying from double penetration. All right, Jonah Hill's ex. Y'all probably have y'all heard about that?
Yeah, about when she had sent them messages.
Them messages. What were you finna say?
About what?
You said what I don't understand.
I don't want to go back to it, man. I can't wrap my mind around it, man. So like, how big is the damn pipe?
Oh, it was big enough. But I mean, regardless of how big the pipe was,
I'm talking about when they got sucked in. Like,
it was like
how they bodies just got like. Oh, it was down like that.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord, that is crazy.
Yeah. So it was like a Mario hole. Like they just.
And it's just the pressure just sucked them off.
Yeah, the folks wasn't even close to it. Got sucked into it. Nothing you can do about that. You can't fight that kind of pressure, bro. It's Delta pressure, Delta P. Yeah.
Why they be down there doing all this?
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
All right, so go ahead, bro. So,
long story short, Jonah Hill, man, his ex released some text messages from them. Essentially, he was saying, and I can read the text messages.
I think I seen it, but you can talk about it though. Yeah, I had my thoughts on it already.
Yeah, he said, let's see here. Jonah Hill said, plain and simple.
That.
If you need
that
surfing with men, boundaryless, inappropriate friendships with men, to model, to post pictures of yourself in a bathing suit, to post sexual pictures, friendships with women who are in unstable places, and from your don't know what the rest of that message says. I'm not the right partner for you. If these things bring you to a place of happiness, I support it, and there will be no hard feelings. These are my boundaries for a romantic partnership. My boundaries with you based on the ways these actions have hurt our trust. Okay. Oh, I guess here's the rest of the message. Friendships with women who are in unstable places and from your wild recent past, beyond getting a lunch or coffee or something respectful. So they went on to show some more text messages between each other. She did to show some more text messages between each other, where he sent her pictures that he pictures of her from her Instagram that he deemed inappropriate. These pictures, from what I see, are pictures of her surfing. That's pretty much the gist of what the whole thing is about. But she aired these pictures out, I want to believe, on Twitter or some public place.
Hey, look, man.
Talk to me.
You gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
You gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
That's the first thing.
I mean, do we have to name this? You gotta know what you're getting yourself into, episode 2.
You gotta know what you're getting yourself into, though. And then at the same time, it's both partners. Like, okay, cool. I'm cool with you laying out the guideline, Mr. J. Do your thing. But I know how you gonna come to her and say something about her past and try to exploit her in that way. Don't do that. Don't say nothing about her past. State your things, then X, Y, and Z. You don't gotta state your full reason behind like her past, because you already accepted that. Yeah, her past. Push forward that back. Don't bring that back up like it's just like, you know what I'm saying? These are your reasons. If you say that right there, are you telling me that this is the whole reason you even saying all of this? Because from your recent wild past, you should only be getting coffees and what? No, don't say that, because that means that everything that you're saying is because of her past. So if she ain't had this recent wild past, you won't be saying that about her in the thong and X, Y, and Z's. That's what I got a problem with.
I question how wild her past was.
Yeah,
just because the everything that I've seen, and that's what, like, at the beginning of this episode, I wanted to double check.
And it couldn't be too wild either.
I didn't see a lot of wild
because
stuff.
it couldn't be too wild.
At least from what I understand.
Because I ain't tripping, right? Jonah here, the movie person, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be with a super wild person. You're a whole celebrity in movies and X, Y, and Z's. You're going to think about that. Like, you're not just going to be with a super wild woman that had a past if you had a problem with it. So for you to say it like, nah, I don't, but you gotta know what you're getting yourself into. I don't think how she, from her side, I don't think that it's like it was abusive though. Because if you stand, then you know this is what you want. This is what you're gonna buy into. But unless it's just like some more abuse, I don't think that was just strictly abusive from the messages of what he was. Unless she just got a problem with, like, you know what I mean? Well, I want to be.
I think she said that that was emotional abuse.
That?
Yeah. The reason, so I'm a take a back seat for a second. Fred, do you have any thoughts on it?
I mean,
or any questions about it, so that you can formulate a thought about it?
I don't see that as abuse. I feel like he said how he felt.
Yeah.
And his statement was respectful.
No
I am
abuse.
not the partner for you. There will be no hard feelings or no hurt feelings or whatever. Like he said, like, okay, let's bounce. Like,
yeah.
So, you know.
Now if you stayed in, shout, that's on you.
Yeah.
Can't get past that.
Yeah.
Controlling, maybe.
And I think that's where, like, she's getting abuse from. I feel like everybody's using words wrong.
Definitely.
I feel like everybody's using words wrong. So for example, I recognize that for him is a boundary, but I feel like you have and maybe this is just the way that my mind processes things. Your standards don't necessarily, so I feel like a standard is a boundary. When I think of boundary, though, I think of the bare minimum. And I feel like your standard is not your bare minimum. Your standard is what you expect to happen. Your boundary is this is the lowest that I will allow this to get, though. Like, I understand that it's not going to be at the standard all the time. But like my boundaries, like where I'm setting my boundaries, like this is stuff that cannot happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least that's the way that I process it. Like, for example, my standard of living is different than my boundary for what I will not allow myself to do. Like, a place that I will not allow myself to go. That's the way that I process it in my mind. Everybody else's definition ain't got to be like that. So
that's a fair assessment, though, I think.
Yeah, you know, so it's just like when I hear boundary, I feel like he's using that word to describe his standard. And that's why people are getting what they're getting from it. because I feel like I feel like that's why people are saying that it's controlling. Which I don't disagree. I think that it is a little controlling, just me personally. I think that it is. But it's just, I feel like even if it is strict or controlling or whatever, what have you, I feel like if you, first of all, before we even get to that point, there's a bigger issue that I think that we need to address. Stop going after women and women stop going after men that you only like aesthetically. Like, I'm like, it's so crazy. Like, don't be out here going after something just because it's just pleasing to your eyes or whatever. If you know that your actual standards are about something that are quote unquote wholesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want a woman that's going to respectfully go get coffee and all of this other stuff, you go where them women already at. Don't try to turn somebody into something. The idea that people are going to change after they get with you, to me, is an asinine one. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you guys can't grow together, but the idea that it's just going to happen and that you just say it and that's what's going to happen, to me, I feel like that's a little asinine. I feel like that's a little bit much to expect from people.
Okay. Man, you right.
Okay.
Straight on.
Could you pull the pictures of the messages back up? And while you're doing that, I will say that I feel like when you get in a relationship, there are things that should be left in your single life.
Absolutely.
Right? Like, we can all agree on that. Yes?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's far-fetched to add. No, don't get me wrong. Yeah, she's surfing. Like, that's cool.
What's she supposed to have on? You know what I mean?
I don't know. But, you know, I just, and, you know, cancel me if you want. But I think that it's like, guys should be able to have an opinion about what their women do, you know, and like, you should, like, with it, and vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Women should be able to have an opinion about what their men do, but it's being labeled an abuser for, you know, just laying it out. Like, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. And he didn't say, you bitch, you this and that, you slut. Like, he didn't call her out her name, to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? He just said, this is what I want in my partner. Mm-hmm. These are my boundaries that I want in my partner. And if these things do not align with what I want, then I'm not the partner for you. And that's fair. And not only that, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of, to the point that these actions have hurt our trust. So that means that something that she did broke his trust. Feel what I'm saying? And it could be something real simple, like, to where we would deem it as, you know, you tripping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever. But if that's what it is, then that's what it is. Like, if I don't trust you, then I don't trust you no more. Yep. And that's simple. So it's like, you know, to some people it could be overbearing to say, okay, well, you don't need to go surf with men. I don't know the surfing world like that. You know what I'm saying? But I know that, you know, in some workplaces, people who spend a lot of time with the opposite sex, a lot of them people are doing a lot more than the work that they're supposed to be doing. So if y'all are hanging out, and I know that surfers be on the beach all day waiting on a wave. You know what I'm saying? They be drinking. Yeah. They might not be drinking, but they, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just depends. Like I said, I don't know that world, but
Fred ain't lying.
I know that people spend a lot of time doing whatever it is that they're interested in. And so it can be threatening to have someone that you're involved with spend a lot of time with other people that are probably more attractive than you, because I mean, let's be real, Jonah Hill is not a sex symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, more athletic, more everything. Like they are outmanning you. And so, and granted, those are insecurities on his behalf.
Right.
Right. And I'm not denying that part. But I think that if we have to be careful about getting to a place where every time a man opens his mouth, we're ready to shame him. Shame on you for feeling that way. Shame on you for that. Because that's exactly where the red pill community comes from. You feel what I'm saying? And to the point of saying that there are, like I said before, words mean things. Like he's not just saying shit. You know what I'm saying? He said, spending time with your unstable friends from your recent and wild past. There are plenty, well, not plenty. There are a few of my woman's friends that I would really hate to hear that she's going out with. You know what I'm saying? And some of them, it's because I know how they feel about men in general. I know how they act towards men. I know how they, you know, they have these, you know, the lifestyle that they lived or that they still continue to live. And for them, you know, they may not think that it's that it's inappropriate for her to do something. And I'm not saying that she's easily swayed, because I wouldn't be with her if I didn't trust her. But it's still like, I don't want her to necessarily go out with those people, because those people are going to be chasing dudes. They're going to be welcoming, you know, men into their space. And those are just not things that I feel like I don't even want to put myself in that position. Just like my wife does not want me hanging out with certain people that she knows these niggas are dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like all they gonna do is go chase ass. And for me to go and be around them and just be like, oh no, I'm married. Like, come on, bro. We drinking, we having a good time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that I'm not trustworthy. It's just like, what do I need that for? You feel me? So like, I think that sometimes people just got to put themselves in those people's shoes and say, how would I feel if the person that I love or am potentially trying to spend my life with is acting like this or doing these things? And again, nothing about that particular message other than maybe the harshness of his tone, which is hard to read through text message, but it did feel a little, you know, harsh. But other than that, nothing really about that was disrespectful. He laid out his guidelines and he simply said, if this is not how you feel, I'm not the person for you. Cool. And I think that she made the mistake because she turned around and deleted shit. She went and gave into that. So then now you want to call it abuse.
And went and deleted stuff off of her.
Yeah, because
Instagram.
It's like, oh, 3 of the photos are deleted, but this is my best surfing video. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you're gonna call him out for being abused, but really you just gave in. So stand on your shit. Like, if that's how you feel, break up with him and be like, cool, I'm gonna go surf with my homies. Yeah. And like, nobody would be whatever, but like, to say this is abusive, I just need more proof. You know what I mean? I need more evidence of abuse than that.
Let's look at this real fast. These were some of the other text messages, not between them, not text messages, I'm sorry. These were tweets that a point that someone was trying to make regarding this issue. Oh dang, y'all can't see. If I turn it this way.
Leave it like that.
Yeah. Okay. Also, dating a guy who gets mad at you for being the person who he was attracted to in the first place is a universal experience. Cool. If you're going to catch a butterfly just to take its wings, why not catch a caterpillar instead? Because it's Twitter people are trying to say because it's Twitter people are trying to say this is me pitting women against each other, when really what I'm saying is find a partner who, I'm assuming this person is about to say, find a partner who is about what you about. I didn't read these messages. I didn't read these tweets beforehand. I just went through the whole thing. Okay, the whole point. That's the whole entire point. Also, men like that will never ever be happy. Once you stop posting bikini pics, they'll find something else to hold over your head. The fun of them is in the control. The fun for them is in the control, not the result. If you have a boyfriend like this, please know that this is gaping hole of need and insecurity is there to stay. That his gaping hole of need and insecurity is there to stay. You can't fix or fill it. He'll paint the constant manipulation as a sign of your relationship's complexity, but it doesn't make him deep. It makes him shitty. Calling it a boundary doesn't make it any less of a rule. So this is what I have. This is what I think about it. I don't entirely agree because of the angle. So I think that a lot of this, and we're gonna move past this. I feel like a lot of this comes from what I've said in the past. Once you get to a point to where a group of people start to overcompensate because of a place that they've been, their actions become analogous to cancer. It's toxic, it's overbearing, and it can get to the point to where the smallest minutia that resembles anything like the oppression that they once faced is overly scrutinized. I'm not saying that this is exactly what's happening in this scenario. I think that some of that is the case, though. I feel like I don't know, man. I don't feel like she should have brought it to the public. I don't know if that was necessary. I don't know what the point of that was.
Shame. That was the point. It was to shame him.
Yeah. And if we're gonna be the way that we were with Keke Palmer's boyfriend, we got to come on.
Hey, man,
He, to be fair, he brought that shit to the public himself. He did that. He shot himself in the foot with that.
Who, the Keke Palmer thing?
Yeah. He went to Twitter and tweeted that stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
but no, that's what I'm saying. But no, she's the one that leaked these text messages.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he deserved that because he did that, and he didn't even. Like Jonah just text Shorty, was like, yo, what we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Look, man, I think I can end it, man. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into, man. If people knew what they wanted and truly knew and was okay with what their person gonna bring, they ain't gonna trip. And they're gonna happen every time because that's what they're gonna choose. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have no need to did you try to even change a person? Like, you feel me? I'm pretty sure that y'all love y'all wives exactly how they came. And it's not no too much change in that.
I do. However, there were things that we both did when we were single that we not doing now.
Yeah, but no, that's your wife now.
Yeah.
So then still.
But we were boyfriend and girlfriend first. And there were things that we both did when we were single. We had to cut that shit out. Like,
but when y'all was single.
But this is my thing. Like, there were bad traits. So, yes, I loved her, but those traits weren't conducive to our relationship, right? And so, but what I think the problem is that abuse looks different depending on who the variables are involved. I feel like if this was a more frugal girl, this would not be the idea of emotional abuse wouldn't even be a thing because she would be doing everything that he's talking about anyway, going respectfully to go get coffee and all of this other stuff. It feels like abuse. Hell, if you were to go get a cheetah and told it that it couldn't run no more, that's abuse. But telling a turtle that it can only walk everywhere that it goes, well, that's perfectly fine. You've given me, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that ain't nothing.
Well, all I'm saying is this. One, black men don't cheat anyway. But when y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend with y'all wives, y'all wasn't cheating or anything like that. Y'all wasn't doing nothing that was like that won't let you get to the point of that you like. Well, I mean, I don't. How Fred said that. Fred, I'm gonna ask you this though. You said you don't like it when she goes out with some of the friends that she got because you know they might be on.
No, I said I would hate it if she did go out there.
Okay, but she doesn't though, right?
Not always.
Not always, but okay.
But they're still her friends, so it's like, I mean,
you ain't gonna
if she goes, like, I'm not finna throw.
So you're not gonna
trust,
trust, but you know what you.
But I ain't
also,
gonna say like, you know,
but you do trust her though.
Yeah, I trust
you do trust her, and you know what you're getting yourself into, and that's your wife.
Yeah, and I trust that I'm that nigga.
So with all of that right there, you have to know with any relationship that what Fred just said, all four.
This man.
All four, man. You have to know this. Like, I'm that nigga. You trust your wife or your partner. He's not tripping. Like, you're not you taking wherever she come with anyway. She wanted you gonna make like you made her let her do that decision. If your wife was just surfing, then cool. I mean, if you feel me, if that's what they want to do, you already accepted that. You knew that before this. Like, you know what I mean? You knew they do preliminaries, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't even have to even text this, Jonah. You should have said this. That's where I get mad at.
I think that the way that he said it was respectful. I think though that the reason why it's such a big deal is because
should have said it.
Is because of the person that she is. And when you talk about things that change when you get into a relationship, typically it's toxic stuff. It's the being selfish. It's the not being considerate for the other person. It's the maybe you flirt too much with, you know, going out and doing all of this other stuff, and that's just something that's not allowed when you're in an exclusive relationship. Mm-hmm. But when you're talking about and for some people it goes as deep, and this is where I feel like it gets a little shaky. You start talking about posting pictures on the internet. When you start talking about doing stuff that it takes a different kind of person to accept. Not stuff that you can necessarily point at and be like, that's toxic. We would never say that posting pictures on Instagram is toxic. Even if you post pictures in your bra and panties, I don't think that that's necessarily toxic. It's a little risque, but it's not toxic. I feel like something that's toxic obviously depends on the person, but I feel like it could lead to a toxic situation where someone doesn't like it and you're doing it and you're not respecting their standards or boundaries. But it in and of itself isn't toxic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But we could say that being selfish in and of itself could potentially be toxic. So it's like it's different levels of stuff that changes when you get into a relationship. And I feel like the reason why this is getting the pushback that it's getting is because men are in a place in society where you have people that are overcompensating for the toxic behavior that men have displayed in the past. And now, once again, any minutia, any small thing that a man does, and let me be very clear. My ideas completely contrast with Jonah Hill's. I'm not like that. That wouldn't even have been a thing for me. You know what I'm saying? But it's like him expressing his disdain or his problem with it or whatever. And there may be more to it on both ends that we don't know about. But him expressing his problem with it, highlighted or opened the door for people to criticize his insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Which some insecurities, some people would argue are valid, right? But it's like insecurities from men are what have been the bane of liberated women's existence.
Look, man, men and women are like, I'm not caring. You gotta know that this is not her first surfing video. She been posting stuff on Instagram.
Now that's what I don't agree with though.
Like this is the thing. You know this, and you know her past. I'll go back to what I said before. You gotta know what you're getting yourself into.
That's just like falling in love.
You know this. So if you choose her, and now you making this stuff for seeing my part, you must thought she was just gonna stop just posting. Even though she probably getting paid for this also. But you accepted that. You accepted this out the gate. But now you want her to just stop up and like, no, don't be with her then, Jonah. Here, go get somebody else.
And I think that it's the idea
you shouldn't even, and then you text it. Go talk to this woman.
I can't even say that. I was finna say it's the idea that maybe he made her feel like what her lifestyle was wrong. But he didn't say that. He said he respects, you know what I'm saying? He said he respect the way that you
He
live.
was
your life.
hella respectful. Like,
Yeah, he was. Now,
it's
I
the
get with
shame aspect, bro. You can't do that because
Yeah.
like now it's like I said, that's exactly where I wouldn't say exactly, but that is one of the main contributing factors to the entire red pill community that we call them, where it's like people just like guys feel unheard and they feel like their voice just doesn't matter because now you have so many liberated women, which in reality, like liberation, I don't even want to go that far with it, but like if you want to be naked on the internet, just say you want to be naked on the internet.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like that's it's simple as that. Like we don't got to argue about it. You don't have to put a whole bunch of labels on. Like I'm liberated. I'm like you want to be naked, you want to put your titties out, cool. I'm just not the nigga for you.
See, there we go. Gotta know what you getting yourself into, and they ain't for you. They just ain't for you. People be dumb. People be stupid.
Yeah.
People be choosing things that don't really want them things. Then be trying to stay with them when you can leave. Yeah. Both sides of the parties can't even leave. Like,
and don't get me wrong, leaving is hard.
But then also though, we men, bro. We're not about to sit here and test paragraphs. You test this woman a letter. Stop playing that. You with this woman, right? If you with her, like you gotta go to her, like
you
talk to her.
Relationship.
Oh, I'm gonna say, boy,
that takes a whole book, boy.
Yeah, on some boy, and what be foaming at the mouth, steam coming out your ears, talking about going crazy, thumbs be red.
Well, I guess
you ain't never been in a relationship unless you've been sending the messages and sweating.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm
with both thumbs.
I'm gonna be quickly like I'm about to pull up. I'm not about to just sit there and tell you, nope, I'm not even gonna do that. That's just me though. But then I just understood that like like I'm just not gonna do that. But okay, that's cool. Then.
Yeah,
that's it's valid. Then I probably
I'll text mine from across the house.
Yeah. I'm gonna push up.
Yeah,
I'm gonna push up.
Yeah.
If it's something deep like that, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
If it's bothering me like that, like nah, like how he made it seem like this show last straw, ride or die. Last straw. Like if you ain't with this, it's over with. Like if it's something that critical to me, then like nah, we can talk. At least let's talk. I wouldn't do it over no message. Like that's just me. Like I don't think that's just. I wouldn't do it that far. Like nah.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah, like nah. If this like the final straw, how he pleading it, like nah, I can't. I won't do my final straw like that. At least talk to her. You know what I mean? At least talk this out. Don't text this one out. I can't text this. Like I don't know. I won't race like that, but we can keep it pushing though.
Yeah. Nah. I hear you. Nah. I feel like both of them just need different people because I feel like together both of them tripping. She tripping and he tripping. I feel like
how you saying like his final straw, like you take this or leave it, like we're done. Like nah, you got to talk. You have to talk. Like, if you want it to to go. But I mean, at this point, it's just like might as well, like
At this point, I feel like they doing right. Just go on your separate ways. Y'all already not that deep into it. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Just go on your separate ways and do your thing. You do your thug because
You right.
I personally feel about this. This is, and I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna
talk to him one.
I feel like
pussy ass man.
I feel like you have an upper limit.
I'm sorry.
To the things that you know that you shouldn't be doing in an exclusive relationship. That means that once we put a title on it, or once we begin to define it, because you can define it and not have a title for it. Mm-hmm. Once we define it, though, like that's the upper limit. Like you're not to be flirtatious and physical and flirting with other people and whatever else.
X, Y's, and Z's.
Whatever else, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like everything else you have to have a level of lenience with, and I honestly don't feel like anything outside of the base understanding, I feel like you have to be careful about putting restrictions on your partner. The reason why I say that is because it's just about, this is me personally. I'm gonna speak for me. I'm careful about putting restrictions on my partner. We've had this discussion both ways, because it's like we know what our boundary is, the way that I think about it. Like, this is what we will not tolerate. We know where our boundaries are, right? But everything else is kind of like permissible until we find that it's actually problematic. Because some stuff is just like, I feel like people are just scared of it. And I feel like that's where the insecurity comes in. But until something actually happens, or unless there's proof that something actually could go wrong with it, I feel like it's kind of dangerous to box your partner in, because for this one reason and one reason only. If your goal is marriage and your goal is a lifelong partnership, most people that I see that are in lifelong partnerships are either super religious and have committed to this religion that they bond over, and they constantly find what's the word, novelty in their relationship, because they're constantly finding new ways to, you know, find some spiritual connection with each other, or they're just a little liberal. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just like this, they're not the most uptight couple. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you see these people that have been married for 40, 50, 60 odd years, all in love and shit. And it's just like, it's not this, the way that you see relationships depicted or talked about in the red pill community. You hardly see any of those relationships that have aged 40, 50 years. At least
all the motherfuckers be single.
Yeah, all the motherfuckers be single. So that's the reason why I feel that way. Because it's like, the more you box someone in, the more trapped they may begin to feel, even if they didn't have a problem with it to begin with. It's just like, over time, though, both of y'all are going to grow, both of y'all are going to change. And you got to be ready to accept that your partner might be interested in doing this or this, that, and the third. And it's like, the worst thing that you can do is be insecure, because that's unattractive in those scenarios. Now, if there's something that's actually going on, you have every right to, you know, because that's crossing the boundary. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you can't be so stern about your ideas that you, especially if this is somebody that you want, that you come off being or becoming the thing that person isn't even attracted to anymore because of your insecurities. So that's my advice. I mean, if that fits your lifestyle, because that's just the way that I am about it. It's just like, I never want my wife to feel like, you know, she's trapped in this relationship. I want this relationship to be a fun journey. She's the way that I think about it, and I think about it very literally, life partner. You know, not on no Will and Jada shit, but like, no, this ain't bad marriages for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, not on no shit like that. But like, you know, just, you know, ideally, like, that's what we going with it. Let's talk about this real fast, man. This week's notable person, man. Jay-Z makes history as the first black man to reach multi-platinum milestone. He has 10 plus single albums that have gone double platinum, I believe. Yeah, that's tough. And the crazy thing is, Jay-Z, some people wouldn't even consider him that far. That's in music. In music. You said, hey,
it's more so like,
some people will be like, when the last time you done turned on some Jay-Z? When the last time you done said, hey man?
The last time you turned on Eminem, people be on his dick all the time.
He is actually one of the most famous rappers in the world.
Who?
Eminem.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But still.
But like,
when's the last time you
No, I'm riding with you. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, hey,
yeah.
Everybody know Eminem.
Hate that shit.
I ain't gonna lie, I would listen to Stan this year. But look though, but like on some real stuff, like, I think it more so like cultural based, and like, we're more so like, you from that gonna be intertwined with the music that you be listening to out here in these streets, because people up north ain't gonna be playing this dirty south music up there. They're just not, you know what I mean? Not upscale New York and X, Y, and Z's. And plus the population is way more heavier up north. From our borderline up there. So where he's even targeting, not saying that he's not a good rapper or bad, but his audience is way more, like 3 times to 4 times bigger out the gate from what we have as that region, as down south and up north on that east. You know what I'm saying? So even the people that's gonna play his stuff is gonna be 3 times to 4 times bigger than us, even streaming our own music out the gate. You feel me? And he been notable for a whole bunch of years and was putting out some good tracks. I will say there's some tracks that I like, but
yeah, especially if you like consider
how they even like. That's what's up.
Especially
if his stuff just went double platinum for that many albums, cool. I do like the last album he put out. Was that 444? That
I have
444.
absolutely no idea what his last album is.
Yeah, I like that album. It was a great piece of work, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was. I think so. But yeah, like that was great. I ain't even gonna lie, the album was good. But
yeah,
100, man. I guess that was the album that he was waiting on to go, and that's nice. Then that was up though. But I don't think he better than Eminem at just rapping as a whole though. Nope. And I don't think nobody touching Wayne ever.
Yeah. That ain't even. We don't even got to go that far.
But you know what? But you know what's so crazy though?
He's
like
just a better businessman than all
like
of them.
how I was saying that about the culture though.
Yeah.
And people say up north, they'll say Jay-Z probably better than Wayne. Some of them will. Yeah. I'm just saying from just a culture, like from where we is down. But we know, like, and some, I mean, leaning, that just would it be sometime, bro. But we know that Wayne is probably number one rapper all the time. Nobody messing with.
What you finna say for real?
Baby, man.
Well, it's all subjective. Like, you can't. I don't really see an actual way to quantify who's better or worse.
Yeah.
When it comes to rapping, it's like, what's what you like?
Didn't we have a discussion about this one time about how hip hop is competitive like sports, and we ain't found a way to like not be as competitive or something like that? I don't know. I just feel like certain stuff is like, unless we have like a hierarchy, some type of governing body to set some rules. And even then, I was finna lie, because we got the NBA, right? Then it keep up with stats, right? And I guess that's kind of like what the charts are and stuff like that for music. But like, you got something that, and we still argue about who's the greatest to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? When it's just like, it's just about what metrics you think are the most important. Unless you have something where there's just like one metric.
Let me ask you something.
It's very difficult. Like,
do you like Wayne?
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask y'all this, because now I know both of y'all for Wayne. What's missing with the Drought 3? Back in that time when Wayne was taking everybody beat and making his songs, even as of right now, name even a mixtape or even an album that can mess with the Drought 3.
I'll be honest with you, bro.
No?
I don't know bodies of work. I know songs. I just don't know bodies of work.
Dang.
There's very few bodies of work that I know.
I'm in the same boat with that.
It's ain't, oh my God. That's cool.
But
the people who know exactly what I'm talking about, they're gonna say check.
No, I know what you're talking about. Like that whole run.
He took
crazy.
when I tell you, we almost forgot the people's songs. Like we didn't know, we didn't care about their songs no more.
He still do that.
But when he
Lighter
came,
Flick Wayne was crazy.
When I'm talking about, he took what Jay-Z song on one and put it. Man, come on. And when I tell you,
show me what you got.
When I tell you, he took your song, remixed your song, he won your song no more.
Yeah.
It wasn't yours. Now
that's so disrespectful.
And I swear, come on, man.
That's so disrespectful.
And then what? No Limits? Was it No Limits? No Ceilings.
Yeah. No Ceilings.
Bruh. Oh my.
Yeah.
Like even man. They're not.
Mixtape Wayne was crazy.
Oh my.
But it could be said
it
like,
was catastrophic.
Okay, then it's like you took a whole bunch of hit songs and freestyled over them.
It can be said that, but from the architect,
I didn't say it,
but it can be said. But from the level of elite base level that he put into it, and when he did it, whose song was that again?
Yeah,
like, and every time he slaughtered everybody on every one of their songs. We ain't even. I think he low key killed Mike Jones. After that, we didn't care about Mike Jones. No, we ain't hearing nothing about Mike Jones off the Drought. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You ain't hearing nothing about Mike Jones no more.
Yeah. He
really put people in the grave, cuz. But we can keep on.
That was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, you're right. But Mike Jones cool now. But after that, I ain't hearing nothing about Mike Jones.
He set himself up, but who?
Mike.
I was trying to see. I think they're supposed to be coming to the verdict either tonight or tonight.
My boy Melly about to be free.
Boy, you out. you are outrageous right now. You outrageous right now.
Free Melly, man.
But yeah, man, we got that week's notable person. Jay-Z, man. Shout out to the man. Oh, yeah. This week's trash, though, we're gonna talk about these mofos, man. Apparently, it's going to the whole state of Florida. And I'm not holding back on you Floridians, and I don't care nothing about how crazy y'all is. New Florida standard teaches that black people benefited from slavery because it taught useful skills.
Whoa. That's how they get down? Whoa.
When I was in college, let me tell you, I was in history class and I was taking a test, and I purposefully got this answer wrong on the test because it pissed me off. It said, it's something about the transatlantic slave trade, and the answer was the involuntary immigration of black people to the Americas. Involuntary. And don't get me wrong, it's not that it's just wrong. It's just that no, it ain't. Like, that ain't what there was nothing immigratory about it.
That
you know what I'm saying?
We got took.
Yeah, like, no, it was when say the thing that happened. Yeah. Not passively, but actively. You feel what I'm saying? Like, what happened was this: these motherfuckers came over here and got these other motherfuckers,
they took
and brought them over here some motherfucking way.
And they want to be racist to us. Y'all some delusional, hypnotized, stupid ass fucking people. I never thought of it like that.
Everybody say hypnotized. Bruh. But yeah, man, they say
they gotta be hypnosis because they delusional as fuck. Yeah.
They say that we benefited because it taught
us. That's how that governor feels.
So this is the thing. Once again, politics matter, and these people know this. Brandon matters. Anybody that is in any type of successful position knows how important it is. If something bad tragically happens to a business, you know what they do? They rebrand. When a business gets more money and they want to separate themselves from who they used to be, they rebrand. Look at Kia, the car company. We started out with Kia Souls, and when they had the ugly ass just word Kia. Now Kia got that fire ass sign. Kia is one of the few car companies that do this. They make the front and the back of their cars look good. I still refuse to mess with Kia because of who they were. It's just like, I feel like they paper, it's plastic. It's not you. Even though I know that's not true anymore.
I got a Kia.
My bad.
Me and my wife do.
But I got a truck. That's the thing. Like, that's the thing. I know that it's not. But that's just the way that my mind thinks, because it's just like, nah, Kia is just Kia. Every time I saw a Kia, when they first, I don't know when they first became real popular or whatever, them little last Kia Souls, I'm like, what, you got a Kia Soul?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, dang.
No, I got a good Kia. It's a new one.
I was like, and now they make the followers. But the whole point that I'm making is that rebranding the concept is proof and evidence of what I'm saying about how that people know that image is everything, right? Even though somebody could look at that and say, there's elements of that that's true, because black people were very good with agriculture. Black people were very good with maintenance and all of these other things. Black people were with that stuff. Black people were. One could argue that the way that it was good, the way that that our ancestors were good at it in America benefited them in the sense that they were able to learn the way to do it in America, because growing food and stuff in America might not be the same thing as growing food in Africa. It might not. There might be different things that you got to know. You know what I'm saying? But man, everything that you could look up, look up when the white folks used to trade and they used to trade the black folks. They say they'd be good at sweeping, cleaning, doing hair and all of this other stuff, nursing and all of this other stuff. So it's like, were there skills? Any slave is going to have skills, and if you free them, they're going to still have those skills. Those skills don't just stay in slavery or whatever. So it's just like, to me it borderlines on that dog whistle language, that kind of saying something without saying it. It's like, I don't know. I don't want they want to make it seem better than it is. I feel like this is classic rebranding.
All that shit is stupid as fuck. I don't even know how that shit even flew by the fucking radar, even got passed.
Well, because we were so busy talking about Carlee that
Man, that shit
I would want to see like the rest of the paragraph though, like the actual textbook, because I mean you could say that one sentence But it's like as long as there's more to it than that, because I ain't gonna lie, America is a race baiting ass country. Like
New
just
Florida.
Media wise.
New Florida standards teach that black people benefited from slavery because it taught useful skills. The standards, which were blasted by the statewide teachers union as a step backward, were approved Wednesday by the State Board of Education. So I guess Florida State Board of Education is who we're talking with. That's the trash that we're taking out specifically. I apologize, the rest of the Florida Peninsula. I apologize. Florida's public schools will now teach students that some black people benefited from slavery because it taught them useful skills, part of new African American history standards approved Wednesday that were blasted by a state teachers union as a step backwards. The Florida State Board of Education's new standard includes controversial language about how slaves developed skills which, in some instances, could be applied for their personal benefit.
This shit make me mad.
I feel like that doesn't need to be said.
I'm about to take my shades off. They about to fuck up Frederick Douglass' name. They gonna say this some bullshit. Oh, he came over here and he was able to learn how to read and write and was able to talk and do these.
But no,
speeches
that wasn't in slavery. They're talking about like
they gonna try to gentrify it all.
They're
That's
talking
just the
about
beginning,
because there were some black communities that did flourish
They're
and
gonna be like,
prosper
this how they gonna
before getting burned out. But there were some black communities that did flourish and prosper before getting destroyed by the Klan because they were good agriculture. They could grow, they could farm, they could do this, that.
Just how like they line up. This how they about to intertwine it. Frederick Douglass' mother and dad came over here as slaves and learned how to do this and taught him and this and X, Y, and Z. Bitch ass fucking people, bro.
And I feel like that doesn't need to be said. I feel like that doesn't even need to be an angle of approach from teaching, because it's like,
No, it don't.
Because I mean, and even the thing is, even if it is said, I don't know. Maybe I do need to see it because I feel like
because it's not wrong.
It's not wrong, but it's like I feel like
it's not inaccurate.
It's wrong as hell.
It's wrong.
Yeah, it's not
wrong as hell.
It's not inaccurate.
But they can't even, man, forget that, bro.
What? Okay, reading this. What do you say?
Oh, I forgot where I left off.
Other
language that has drawn the ire of some educators, ire of some educators and education advocates includes teaching about how black people were also perpetrators of violence during race massacres. The language says instruction includes acts of violence perpetrated against and by African Americans, but is not limited to 1906 Atlanta race riot, 1919 Washington, D.C. race riot, 1920 Oshie massacre. Don't know nothing about that one. That's a new one. 1921 Tulsa massacre and 1923 Rosewood massacre. Florida Education Association, a statewide teachers union representing about 150,000 teachers, called the new standards a disservice to Florida students, and are also the teachers are even upset about it. The teachers union is upset about it.
They should go on strike and quit. Go find a new job. Fuck that place. Leave. There's other alternatives.
This is a quote by Andrew Spar, president of the union. How can our students ever be equipped for the future if they don't have a full, honest picture of where we've come from? Florida students deserve a world-class education that equips them to be successful adults who can help heal our nation's divisions rather than deepen them. You know what? That was such a word salad that I don't know whether he's agreeing with the decision to like put that stuff in or whether he's against it. That could have been used for good or evil. I don't know.
I think he against it, bro. He against it.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. I think so. He's the president of the whatever. But yeah, he's the president of the union, and the union is what's against it. That's yeah. So that ain't too much, but that with that, I mean,
man, what we got, man?
We're gonna move along and get ready to close the thing out. I got some other stuff right here. We are living through Earth's hottest month on record, scientists say.
I bet it is the hottest because it was hotter than a bitch this morning.
I'm glad.
It was so goddamn hot.
So this is what I've concluded.
What's that?
If you hot, you a bitch. It's what it just boiled down to. Cause it's just like,
man, it was a whole lot of bitches today, boy.
golly.
But yeah, I'm sorry, man. But bro, it was hot though. You walked outside in the morning?
Bro, I did not.
You
I don't
ain't-
be
hey,
going
look,
outside.
I want you to know
in the
something.
morning.
I had to go to work this morning. I walked outside, thought it was cool. Walked right back inside the house. Know where I work at, I had them long sleeves on, so I took that long sleeve off, and then I proceeded back outside. It was that hot. I had to take the long sleeve off inside the house. Had to walk back in and take it off.
It's just kind of asinine to me, because you got some like scientists that are like, the earth has its natural phases of getting warmer and getting cooler. It's just kind of asinine to me to believe that, especially as a scientist, that you don't believe that all of the toxic gases and stuff coming out of automobiles and stuff like that, and all of these the plants and cruises, because apparently cruises, they have a fucking lot of pollution. That's why I don't go on. It's just kind of weird to me to think that those things don't influence like the weather. It's just kind of weird to me because I mean, even if it's not true, it's something that I feel like is a very plausible thing at bare minimum. It's just like, I don't know, man. I just feel like if you put a lot of shit into the atmosphere, it's just gonna make it nasty. I mean, many places that have like a high density of people have like smog alerts and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, can't some places, and it used to be so bad in, I think, China, that folks used to have to walk around with masks on and shit. So it's like, if that was the case, you mean to tell me that stuff can't like get way up in the atmosphere and like make it something? I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me to think that we're arguing about climate change when climate is changing. We're arguing about it happening.
Sweating while you argue.
You know what I'm saying? And why it's happening. We're like, we arguing about it happening and why it's happening.
I know we about to close out soon, but it ain't gonna be super long because we gotta close out. You heard about them flying cars they got going on? They just got approved for this shit?
I don't know nothing about no flying cars. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm talking about all facts, y'all. It was on the news. I'm about to show. Don't worry about it. I got you right now.
Yeah. Show us the flying cars, man. I'm not driving one though.
Hey, y'all don't get in no flying cars for real, bro. Y'all already can't drive.
Man, what you said.
That's all we need is some cars falling out. Whoa, what? No.
I feel like those flying cars should come with a safety feature where, like, if it gets like below a quarter of a tank, it just comes down.
No, it just shouldn't go up. Cause you know how niggas drive. Bro, my shit on E right now.
Yeah.
Like, no sir.
Yeah.
I'm lying. It's full.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah. I'm not messing with no flying cars. I wouldn't even like. I struggle with the idea of like being a pilot. I used to want to be. I
flew a plane once.
You did?
Whoa.
Yeah, I
Not
struggle
like a
with
jet plane, but like a like them little stunt planes.
Did you like it? No. You were scared?
Hell yeah. I don't even like the high dive, boy. I don't play with them heights.
Yeah.
But it was cool though. Like
Yeah, I get on the airplane before I get on the roller coaster.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, cause like with the airplane, it's like I don't know.
My wife, the only person that ever got me to get on a roller coaster, cause I ain't want to look like no bitch.
I would look like one.
Nah, I wasn't going for it. I was still trying to impress her. We was dating.
Oh well.
Yeah, I was like, I don't like him, but I'll get on it though for you.
Yeah, nah. I would have been one. The biggest,
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
The biggest Chad could have came and grabbed her right then and took her. I would have been fine. I would have been fine. You feel me? Ain't no skin off my bones, player. You feel me? I ain't get on no roller coaster.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like I was terrified, but when I was on it, it was fun. But like I was like, if I get to get on again, nah.
Yeah, nah. I ain't got time for that.
And especially now because they be malfunctioning. Like
they've always been malfunctioning. That's why I'm not finna get on nothing that's gonna be maneuvering me like this and it's unstable. It's put together with some screws and bolts and stuff like that. Nah, bro. It's involuntary maneuvering and stuff.
You seen that joint that's like a roller coaster that like free falls into the water now.
or something. Yeah, like so they keep
Yeah.
coming up with bullshit. Like, bro, just like,
Nah,
bruh.
fam.
I was watching a
Cool.
video the other day of it was one of them things that people you sit on, and it's a long cylinder that shoot way up in the sky that got seats around it and a little platform up under the seats, and it took the mugs way up, way on up, and you're supposed to drop you and it's supposed to just scare you. It didn't stop. It slammed into the ground. And folks flew everywhere. It was bodies and limbs and legs flying everywhere. I said, "Oh no, boy, you folks is dead. Spinal contusions out the mug, bro.
Telling you, bro.
Nah, bro. Like I'm not.
You gonna get a bag if you survive that shit, though.
If you survive, and then one it like back in not 2019, 2020, maybe 2021, a big old boy was on
A
one.
football player.
Yeah.
That's
What
so
happened?
crazy.
He was on one of those exact type of rides that I'm talking about to take you up and drop you,
He was
and he was too
for it.
big for the thing, and it came down, he kept going. Rest in peace, bro. Yeah, bro, slapped, dang, slapped into the ground.
Okay, I'm about to see these flying cars too, bro.
This man want to talk about flying cars after what we just got done talking about.
Well, get your what's his name? Jetson.
Yeah. Me, George Jetson.
Don't get me one.
Yeah,
Their
no.
dog Elroy.
You gotta learn how to learn how to fly.
Bro,
Not the
imagine,
Jetsons,
bro,
probably.
imagine you walking down the street, and then it's just a splat, and it's just a person, and you like, bro, it's guts and stuff. All the next thing you know,
They car come after it.
they car come after it, just like, bro, what are you
Nah,
doing?
this is not what we need, bro.
No, bro, like you accidentally press Y and get out.
Not the way these liberated women be texting and driving. Hell no.
Fred just came for liberated women. Yeah. He said liberated women text and drive. Ain't no man gonna tell me what
they
to do.
tweet and drive. That's the worst part about it. They be,
God, dog.
man.
What else we got on the list while Drew's struggling to find what he talking about? But yeah, I don't see the point of arguing about like climate change when climate is changing. Yeah, that ain't it. I did have this other thing on here. Jason Aldean has a new song out called "Try That in a Small Town." Try that in a small town.
Is that racist song?
Yeah. Folks are saying that it has racist connotations.
I gotta hear it. Need to talk about Jason Love.
Jason
post game
Love.
interviews he been giving.
I don't know nothing about it. You can school the peoples because I ain't got nothing on it.
Nah, it's just remember we was talking about the Adam 22 situation.
Yeah.
So the
Oh
I
yeah.
seen that
yeah.
in the Instagram.
I wasn't thinking about who Jason Love
I
was.
seen you that on the
Yeah,
Instagram
bro.
already.
Bruh.
Yeah.
When he talked to Adam and Lena on their podcast, did y'all watch their podcast?
Yes, bro.
He was mad respectful, but every interview he done since then,
Been disrespectful.
boy.
And I'm like, why you be? But see, the way that they hyped it up to be was like they knew each other and they were cool. That's the way that Adam hyped it up to be. So maybe that just wasn't the case. Maybe it was like a case where Adam thought that was the case, and he was just like, bro, I don't know who this little white dude is.
Yeah.
I feel like that was the case, and then it was just like, oh, this little white dude want me to fuck his wife, bang his wife, you know?
Yeah.
Like, cause Jason Love's career or livelihood isn't like tied up with this dude. So it's just like, if that was, it had to have been a one-way idea. You feel what I'm saying?
Bruh.
I just sent it to you on Instagram.
If
Look, so like, yeah, you seen the interviews after that though?
yes.
That man said that like, I told y'all about that bullshit too, man. Look, man, Shawty man, he didn't hit little Shawty. They were asking
He
him,
said she ain't never been stretched out.
yeah, he said that shit. He said, you know, I fuck her better than Adam.
Yeah. at least not in the last 7 years.
Yeah,
I was
I'm like,
bruh.
God, and then
He's so factual with it.
and then the motherfucker so messy. She gonna ask them. So what's like the damn was him nothing in the plan? He said, nah, it just happened. You know when you just
That's
I'm
the
like,
crazy thing, bro. And to me, bro, you know, and I don't know if y'all remember what I said about it. Right.
She wanted him to nut in.
Because I was like, 'cause I don't remember exactly my
crazy,
take
man.
originally, but I was talking about.
I told y'all she had fun.
Oh, my take was about how, you know, people, how we can almost quantify like the disproportionate way we view women promiscuity versus male promiscuity, because he's been inside and banged and all this other stuff, other women, and I have confirmed that some of those scenes that she was just there, you know what I'm saying? Like she was there, but she wasn't. And some of them she wasn't. Like he's had sex with other women during the relationship, and she had sex with one dude, and now everybody's going crazy. However, what I'm not fucking with now is I feel like, okay, shawty, you caused this. You ain't gonna stick up for your mans. Like she just, from what I've been seeing, bro, it's just like that's what's even more disrespectful.
I haven't seen her say nothing.
Bro, they asked Adam.
You feel me? Like every time I've seen her say something, it was like it's like playing into this gag, I guess, that he's trying to do to cope with the fact that his wife got blasted, her insides that got churned like butter. But like, I guess that's what that
she got slayed.
She got churned like you.
I'm gonna be 1,000. I feel like their marriage is just a business decision.
I don't think so. I feel like 7 years, bro. I feel like he at least loves her.
They wasn't married for 7 years.
I know, that's what I'm saying though. I feel like you spend that amount of time with somebody, I feel like he has, whatever you want to call it, strong feelings, emotional attachment. He got something for this woman. To have a kid, she's the mother of your kid.
See, he was doing all the stretching.
You feel?
Bro, he said he doing all this. Bro, this is wild, bro. I know she didn't come back home to cook nothing. And then they were talking to Bud and Adam in the interview. They were like, "So you tried to hit her?" He said, "Yes, try the same night." She ain't do no fucking nigga. Stop it. What would you even try? Why did you even try to like what?
That is a little nasty though. Like
it's more than.
But it's only nasty because it's just like, as a straight male, it's just like I'm not thinking like
this man.
There would have to be a hiatus. There would have to be like a cleansing period.
Boy,
you feel what I'm saying? Like there'd have to be like,
we
all right.
already knew that she was sore and shit, and you trying to. So that's how you found out, right? Like, nah, she done for good. Like, and then she liked it. I seen the woo up. I seen the whole. Bruh.
Like that's one of those things where it's just like, remember what I said earlier about
I bet she want to do it again.
Permitting stuff unless it's showing an actual sign. Like, no, that's a boundary. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a boundary. That's stuff that you don't permit if you know what I'm saying, if you feel like it's gonna go awry. You know what I'm saying? And even if it does, it's just like once you see that it's all the way messed up, stop. Like, okay, you messed up. Cool, you tried something. We get it, bro. Hold that down. We ain't got no problem with you trying stuff. All right. But like, don't play into it. Quit trying to do all of this reverse engineering to cope with it. Just be like, hey, bro, shit, crazy.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, see, me and my homeboy was talking about it. Like, he was like, man, I don't understand this current. Like, I was like, I ain't say I get it. I just saying that's also his money now. Yeah. And we not in that realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And it was a comment on one of the videos or on their video.
I don't want to be.
No, definitely not. It was a comment on their podcast, the one where he interviewed her on his podcast, on the No Jumper podcast, and it was like, I'm glad that I am not at the point of where I have to do stuff like this for likes or for comments or whatever, or for basically. You know, I don't have to sell my soul to be relevant or to be famous or whatever. And I think that people in our position as of right now, because you know the podcast is gonna blow up and shit, we're gonna be famous and rich and all that good stuff. But right now we don't understand what it's like to have to do something to keep your momentum. Because in that space you have to continue to be relevant. And one of the things that he said is like, now that now that they've done that, his shit's blown up. He's getting, you know, however many thousands of dollars just from talking about it. So it's like, I think that, you know, maybe a year from now, he probably will regret that shit if he does love her. But I honestly feel like, just from watching their interactions, I do not feel like I was watching two people that were in love. I feel like I was watching two people
I
that
do
made
agree with
business
that.
decisions to be like, hey, look, you already fucking all these women. And they also said that he cheated on her in the beginning. And she made like a joke like, hey, I'm still kind of mad about it. Like,
She
but
got her get back.
you feel me? She got her get back in a major way.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was watching two people that said, you know what, look, we can get this money separately, but what if we get married and you fuck somebody else? Boom.
I will say this, and this isn't a slight. This is just me being real. Gun barrel straight. Don't feel like, and it's hard for me to say this because I ain't got as much money as that man. But it's just, I don't feel like he's the smartest fella. And so the only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like you said something about being in the position. Somebody said something about being in the position to where they're glad they're not in the position to where they have to do all of this other stuff for likes and to stay relevant. I feel like he has been doing stuff for a while to keep his podcast relevant. And I feel like because I'm not saying that he's dumb. What I'm saying is it takes a level of intellect to stay relevant, I think, without resorting to like clown behavior. So what I'm saying is I don't think that he's that. And I think that that's kind of what we're seeing, where it's just like the desperation to remain relevant has caused this person to act out and do clown-ish behavior.
Okay. I feel that. But speaking for me personally, after this all came about, I actually went back and watched his podcast to see like who this man was. Because I had heard his name and I had heard her name before, but I didn't really know like what his podcast was. And I was like, oh, he's just a white dude that interviews black people. Got it. You know, so typical. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, got it. But I don't know. Like I hear what you're saying though, because this is some clown shit. Like, nah, you can't do that. You can't go out like this, bro. You gotta do something. Like, and I don't know how you can come back from it, but you gotta come back, dog. But back to your point about this song, shit ain't even good. I'm reading the lyrics right now. Trash. Try that in a small town.
Trash.
Dre, where did you send me that thing at? I'm gonna need to go ahead and close the thing out. The flying cars.
It's on Instagram.
The FAA is currently working on policies for the vehicles, but Olive is taking deposits for pre-orders
You see
on
a flag?
models. Joining me now, co-founder and CEO of Olive Aeronautics, Jim DeCompany. Jim, good to see you.
Thanks for hosting us.
Okay, where does it stand right now? Do these cars actually right now go from the road to the air?
That's correct. You can drive on the road and then vertically take off and fly forward. That being said, they are, as you correctly pointed out, in a test environment. So we're still working through with jurisdictions to get it actually to you guys. It may take some time.
What does the FAA certification mean that you can now do?
Yeah, so it's a limited certification which allows us to fly in the very specific areas and only very specific purposes.
I was finna say because you only gonna have to be able to do that. You only gonna be able to do that in certain areas. Like folks gonna be trying to take off in mid driving down the interstate just because traffic backed up. It's gonna be like, oh, let me just take off. Nigga is gonna run into a fucking speed sign. Not a speed sign, but a
Interstate sign.
interstate sign.
I just can't with the fast, bro. I'm just letting you know what they're doing out here in these streets.
I ain't with it. I disagree. I disagree.
In the air, cuz. I'm just trying to let you know what they're doing in the air, cuz.
It would be easier to join the Mile High Club though. How high can they go?
That was fine. If that was he was talking about like the real cars. Then,
That wasn't no Mile High though.
I don't know, but it was nice though. I'm trying to fly car.
I ain't with it. I trust myself, but I don't know if I trust myself that much.
I don't
just
trust
ain't.
nobody else.
Yeah. Like nah, because it's just like, what if you like, what? I'm not thinking about that no more. I'm just not gonna think about that no more.
It's
It's
absurd.
just giving me anxiety.
Just stop, man. Like the world is fine.
We're gonna end on this, man. We're gonna interesting moments on the internet. Thought this was kind of funny. Woman is gored by bison during Yellowstone trip. Gets engaged next to hospital bed.
This morning, a new warning to visitors after 2 women were attacked by bison at national parks.
I've replayed it so many times, and it was such a freak accident.
Hey, not him emotional about it. I've replayed it so many times.
Was that her fiance?
Guess so. Hey, hold on, my bad. I need that one more time. I need that one more time in my life. Hold on.
This morning, a new warning to visitors after 2 women were attacked by bison at national parks.
I've replayed it so many times, and it was such a freak accident.
Chris Whitehill and Amber Harris were staying on the shore of Lake Yellowstone enjoying morning coffee when they spotted 2 bison.
We just kept moving away, and I told Amber, I said, do not run.
Though the couple turned to walk away, one of the animals charged and gored 47-year-old Amber.
He had struck her head on, and she was airborne. I think she did like 1 or 2 backflips in the air.
Amber suffered significant injuries, but posting an update writing, quote, "Glory to God, all my vital organs look good." It comes after another woman was gored by a bison at Theodore Roosevelt National Park in North Dakota last weekend. The park saying she was, quote, "severely injured and is in serious but stable condition." And though bison attacks are rare, park visitors have had dangerous encounters in the past. Last June, this bison gored a 34-year-old man at Yellowstone, briefly lifting him and a child into the air before the 2 ran to safety. And in 2019, a group got too close to a bison that charged at them and launched this girl into the air. The National Park Service now saying it's unclear how close both visitors were to the bison this week, but authorities are reminding tourists to keep their distance, especially during the summer mating season, adding that bison are unpredictable and can run 3 times faster than humans. But Amber and Chris, at least, finding a happy ending. Chris had been planning to propose at the park, but got down on one knee in the hospital instead. And officials say if you're visiting a national park...
So, if there's one thing that we can all learn from this,
Stop fucking with them bison.
stop messing with them bisons. Like,
Why you even out there parlaying with the bison?
you feel
The
me?
bison's getting get back. For
Y'all out
black
there
folks and Indians.
Hey, bro, y'all out there politicking? What y'all doing,
What
bro?
y'all out there with them bisons for anyway, man? Look, hey,
Oh, man.
those are large wild beasts, large ungulates.
I think people be thinking because when they see them on National Geographic, they look slow when
Yeah.
compared. It's like when you watch NBA and NFL players, like they
Right.
don't look that fast when it's
Right.
running next to other fast motherfuckers, but then they get
Yeah.
next to your slow ass.
Right, like they're literally running away from like lions, and well, this is a buffalo, so it's like running away from other stuff. But like those jokers like be hitting like 40, like 40. I remember being in like high school, and a girl was bragging about. She said she hit 40 down one of the roads in from where I'm like, and we were all like, "Yo, she's driving. She hit 40, bro." It's just like like, I was like 13, so I was just like, "Oh, yo, she's driving." So it's just like that joker can run that, like, like he can gallop that. What you talking about? But yeah, man, nah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
ain't have to describe it with the backflips.
Hey, my thing is this though, like, just like what you those are wild animals. They not toys.
But it was not serious. I replayed it in my head. She did 2 or 3 backflips.
And the fake emotion, it was real. It was real emotion. That's what makes it funnier. It, like,
That's messed up.
but yeah, man. Yeah, I want to end on that note, man. It's been a cool little podcast, man. I appreciate you guys for coming out with me today. Joining in the pod, man. Know y'all got busy lives, but we come out here, we try to give y'all facts. We try to come out here and give y'all entertainment. We try to talk about things in a nice, comprehensive way, give y'all good insight into how things are going on in the world, man. So before we get out of here, man, we're gonna leave y'all with some physics. Some physics. Don't nobody ever remember to bring them, which is that's crazy.
I had my facts last time I was here, cuz. I got some facts for you, bro.
Everybody be forgetting the facts. You know what? I'm gonna start giving out real prizes for the facts. I guess bet motherfuckers start.
I bet everybody gonna have a top-notch fact.
Yeah. Can either of you guys say your alphabet backwards?
Like going to sequence, just never really had to think about it backwards.
Like
or
Z,
do you
from Z to A?
But do I get a chance to think?
Yeah.
How long I get a chance to think?
I mean, you can't take up like not long, nigga. Like you can't just sit up. You can't sit up here and take all day. You know what I'm saying?
You saying, bro? Nah.
No.
I can.
You can.
Yeah.
You're looking at the alphabet.
Huh?
You're looking at the alphabet.
I'm looking at my fact.
Oh. You can say your alphabet backwards.
Yeah.
Do it.
Right.
Do
like,
it. Do it.
let's
Do
see. All right. Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, P, Q,
it. No.
O, N, M. I mean, yeah, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G. Shit. F E G F E D C A.
He got to the
I mean
beginning.
CBA.
He got to the beginning and gave up. No,
Alright,
you mixed up Q and P, huh?
So I got mine.
Yeah.
Your fact.
And I didn't say R. I skipped R.
Next time we're gonna do challenges.
Don't make that one because I almost had a stroke.
We're gonna do challenges. If y'all can do that at home, record yourself doing it, put it in the comments. We want to see if you can say your ABCs backwards. Don't cheat. You cheaters ain't cool. Say your alphabet backwards. Y'all got y'all facts.
Yeah.
Hit me. Talk to me.
All right. I had three, but this seemed like the most interesting one, I guess. While 4 babies are born on Earth every second, it's estimated that around 2 people pass away at the same time. That means 106 people die each minute, 6,392 people die each hour, and 153,424 people die each day, and 56 million people die each year. Straight facts about death. Right when I was making that quote, at least 8 or 12 babies was alive. 6 niggas did die.
Way to put that into perspective, homie. Like that's deep. That's
Wildly
deep.
inaccurate.
Hey, it's like them commercials that'll be like by the time this commercial ends, so many things. You know
Shut up, man. Hey, Fred, what's your fact, bro?
I'm crying. All right, so it says 3 days after they die, ants give off an odor which other ants pick up on, and they come back and pick up the ant and carry it to an ant graveyard.
I ride for my niggas. I die for my niggas. Boy. I ride for no truth get left behind.
Hey, bro, that is
That's
deep.
Come on, man.
That's deep.
I'm
I
gonna
can't.
have to sweep these ants off in my house though.
uh,
That's because bro, you can't be coming back.
Yeah.
Dang, all them ants that been coming back trying to swing the block again, they just trying to pick up their dead homies and we kill them in the process.
Dang.
So you really just attacking more ants.
Yeah, you should just let them pick up the homies and they gonna deal. They gotta they gotta bury their niggas, bro. All right, go ahead, one.
That's deep.
I just thought
I ain't gonna lie.
that was my mindset, man.
Leave you stinking.
Literally, like we smell you, homie. We coming to get you. That brings a whole new meaning to the like phrase. You smell me.
Fuck them other niggas up with that.
Yeah. Let me see. I probably ain't got no fire one today, man.
Fred got the fast facts. He gives one, man.
Yeah. Nah, I don't think I can top that. I'm trying to think.
No.
Yeah, I don't think that I can top that. Mascots.
Once you got facts in his head.
Go
ahead,
The fact that
boy.
you finna pull it off the
Yeah,
top of your head
yeah.
is crazy.
It's
I
crazy.
had to
Just go ahead, bro.
bookmark my shit.
The word mascot, if I'm not mistaken, mascots or they come from the same thing. I think like witches and stuff like that. And so like mascots were originally used to like ward off evil spirits or something like that. And that's why we have mascots. I'm finna actually fact check myself right now because I want to make sure that I'm right about what I'm talking about. I don't want to give a half-assed fact.
In the meantime, have y'all seen the new mascot for the Washington? What are they called now? The Washington. What are they? Not they were the Redskins, but they changed their name to what they changed their name to? Look it up. But the mascot is lame as fuck. Commanders.
So they would you got like a general or something. So when your fat was wrong or some shit.
Nah, what kind of sort of the word mascot? So it means lucky charm.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like the little leprechaun.
Out of all the bullshit that had happened with this team and everything that it did, they gonna make the mascot a pig, a whole pig,
Bruh.
a pig,
Ain't a pig lame as fuck.
a pig. Out of everything, even get this, man. This been one hellified episode, guys. A pig one.
That's Mario, ain't it?
What?
Let me see. It look like Super Mario from
Hey,
where I was
man,
sitting.
don't get us canceled talking about Mario like that.
No, because the smile.
I'm just saying, don't get us canceled, bro, for talking about Mario. That's a pig.
Like right here, the smile kind of look like the mustache.
No, that's a whole pig right here. That's
Mustache go the other way. Yeah.
Oh.
It's a mustache.
okay.
No, it don't.
We
You
got
right.
Lucky Charms, Ants to the Grave, and niggas dying and babies dying. I'm being alive.
And graveyard is crazy.
Yeah, it is. I wonder where the graveyards be
I don't like my fact. Can I change it?
at. Nah,
I mean, sure.
you don't let us change our facts.
Nah, I would if you wanted to.
Nah.
Like, I only brought one.
Nah, bro.
I can give it. Hold on, I'm gonna give it. It's real quick. If World War III starts, it's gonna be because of something that probably is going on with the Malaccan Strait. It's the strait in between Malaysia and Java, is where China exports all of their stuff through, and it's only like a mile or two wide, and maybe it's like maybe more than that. But like that's why they want Taiwan so bad, so that they don't have to worry about their exports and stuff like that. And they genocided a group of people because of that too, the Uyghurs. I don't know if I said that before or not. But yeah, y'all look into that because like we gotta like expose them for like executing a whole ass Holocaust while we just sitting around talking about our Carlee and stuff like that. We worried about a girl that like may or may not have actually been abducted when they whole ass genocide and they genociding a group of people, bro. Like that's genocide. Like we was mad about it with the Jews. We need to be mad about the Uyghurs.
They were. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. I'm with you on that, though.
The Tibetan monks and stuff. That's the monks. They them the Avatar the last.
It must be brown skin. That's why they ain't get mad.
No, they actually look the same, but they're just
It's
different.
white people? Or
No,
Asians?
the Asians.
No.
Yeah.
So not white.
But that's been another episode of All Facts Podcast. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us, sticking with us through the episode, man. We was in. Now we out, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.